Have you ever been with a man who pulls you in and then pushes you away? A man who seems to care but disappears the moment things get too close. A man who never says, "I love you," but somehow, in the smallest ways, shows you that he just might? If so, you may be loving an avoidant. And sweetheart, his love doesn't look like what the movies taught us. There are no midnight phone calls declaring passion, no dramatic "I can't live without you" moments in the rain. Instead, his love speaks in whispers, quiet actions, small gestures, and long pauses. But don't be fooled. An avoidant man can love you deeply. He just doesn't know how to say it out loud. Not yet. So let me show you the secret signs, the ways an avoidant does love you, but can't say it. 1. He stays, even when it's easier to run. Avoidants are wired to pull away from closeness. For them, intimacy can feel suffocating, even terrifying. But if he loves you, he doesn't vanish completely. Yes, he may retreat. Yes, he may need space, but he stays in the picture. He circles back, he checks in, he hovers near, not too close, but never fully gone. And for a man who's built emotional walls his whole life, staying is his version of saying, "You matter." 2. He lets you into his sacred routine. Avoidant men protect their personal world like a fortress. They rarely open the door, but when love creeps in, you'll start to see the edges of their private world. He'll talk about his childhood. He'll mention that one thing that scares him. He might bring you along on his weekend walk or take you to the quiet cafe he escapes to when life feels heavy. Don't underestimate these moments. He's not just sharing time, he's sharing access, and that access is a treasure. 3. He shows love through acts, not words. Avoidants are not wordy romantics. They won't always say "I love you," not because they don't feel it, but because the words feel dangerous. Words can be misunderstood, or worse, rejected, so they do instead. He'll fix that thing in your apartment. He'll buy your favorite drink without asking. He'll send you something you offhandedly mentioned needing. And he'll act like it's no big deal, but to him, it's everything. 4. He listens, even when he doesn't react. An avoidant man might seem emotionally distant, but don't confuse quiet with disinterest. He listens. He remembers how you take your coffee. He recalls the story about your grandfather you shared once, months ago. He notices when your mood shifts, even if he doesn't ask why. Why? Because listening lets him be close without being exposed. For him, listening is intimacy from a safe emotional distance. 5. He gets awkward around you. Yes, you read that right. When an avoidant man falls in love, he becomes awkward, not because he doesn't feel, but because he feels too much and doesn't know how to handle it. He may suddenly seem clumsy, quiet, or oddly withdrawn, and you'll wonder, is he losing interest? But what's really happening is this: his emotions are rising, and he's trying not to drown. 6. He becomes quietly protective. Avoidants don't smother. They don't rush in with dramatic gestures. But when you're hurting, they show up, not with big emotional speeches, but with practical help, suggestions, solutions, silent support. To them, love isn't about holding you while you cry. It's about helping you feel strong again. It's their way of saying, "I care. I just don't know how to sit with pain without fixing it." 7. He apologizes in his own language. Apologizing is hard for avoidants. It means admitting they're not in control. It means opening the door to emotional vulnerability, something they've avoided for years. But if he begins to say things like, "I didn't mean to shut down. I needed space. I wasn't trying to hurt you," that's enormous. It means he's risking his emotional armor for you. 8. He struggles with jealousy, but hides it. He won't tell you he's afraid of losing you. Instead, he might become distant, sarcastic, or strangely indifferent. His emotional shift isn't about control, it's about fear. Fear of being replaced, fear of being vulnerable with someone who might leave. So he retreats before you can. But if he comes back, quietly, slowly, without drama, that return means more than 1,000 words. 9. He returns, even after pulling away. Avoidants don't do grand comebacks. They don't show up with flowers and speeches. But they do come back. Maybe it's a text, a meme, and I saw this and thought of you. Maybe it's him fixing something small in your life again, acting like nothing happened. That's his way of asking, is it still safe to care? That return, subtle, cautious, is everything. 10. He feels more than he can handle. Here's the most tender truth. An avoidant man may fall in love with you in silence, long before he ever says it. He may carry you in his thoughts. He may miss you deeply. He may feel everything, but he won't always tell you. He's waiting for safety, for certainty, for a love that won't overwhelm or abandon him. When an avoidant man says, "I love you," it isn't casual. It's a war he's fought inside himself, and you are the piece he chose. So, what should you do if you're loving an avoidant man? First, understand this. Loving an avoidant man isn't about turning him into someone he's not. It's not about fixing, forcing, or chasing. It's about something far deeper. It's about learning to hear the love that doesn't speak in words. Because his love isn't loud. It's not wrapped in grand gestures or dramatic confessions. It's quiet, clumsy, careful, but still it's real. Watch how he stays, even when it's hard. Notice how he shows up in subtle ways, fixing something for you, remembering the small details, standing close when you're overwhelmed. He may not always say, "I love you," but he'll listen when you need to vent. He'll return when you think he's pulling away. He'll protect you in his own unspoken ways. And when he messes up, he'll try. Even if his apology isn't poetic, it's sincere. Loving an avoidant man won't feel like a fairy tale. There's no magical kiss or dramatic chase. But what it does give you, if he's the right one, is consistency, loyalty, and love that grows slowly but roots deeply. If this helped you understand the hidden love of an avoidant man, give this video a like. Subscribe for more real, raw, and beautiful insights about love and attachment. And share this with someone